Yes! Yeah. Whoa, that's a big guy. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. I really don't want to lose this Zander too. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hello everybody. Wasn't really sure about making this video, but considering all the questions that I received about Zander fishing, perhaps will be useful to somebody. I have to say from the beginning that I'm not considering myself some Zander fisherman or anything, so everything that I will say is based on my somehow limited experience in Zander fishing. Consider that I don't think that I'm fishing more than 30% of my time for the Zander. I was dealing with some strange conditions for the asp this year, so at the end of this summer, beginning of this fall, I was thinking that could be a good idea to dedicate an entire fall for the Zander. I was really curious about the results, plus that I was really hoping to catch some big Zander, considering that these here are some of the best conditions for the Zander, at least in my area. We had a long summer here with some pretty high temperatures, so that's why I started fishing for the Zander around the end of October, more or less, and I think that my last session for the Zander was 29, perhaps 30 December of the past year. In these 2.5 months, I've been fishing for the Zander 13 times in 4 different spots. In 8 of these sessions, I managed to catch at least one Zander. In one session was a flood, so I haven't caught nothing, and in the other 4 sessions I haven't been able to catch any Zander. I preferred to fish only 4 spots because I considered these 4 spots to be in perfect conditions for some really good Zanders. So instead of changing different spots in one session and losing plenty of time, I just prefer to stay there and insist in one spot or maximum 2 spots, hoping that some Zander will pass by. I also consider that insisting in one spot, you have the opportunity to learn that spot and to discover stuff that would be impossible to discover if you will fish only 30 minutes, 40 minutes or 1 hour every session. In the first 3 sessions I was fishing in the morning, while in the others I was fishing in the afternoon and during the night. I think that I've been fishing from 3 to 5 hours maximum during the night and 1 to 3 hours during the night. One interesting fact is that at the beginning of the fall, when it was still warm, the Zander was much more active during the night. But then, as the temperatures dropped, they become more and more active during the daytime. Generally speaking, during the daytime I was fishing mostly with soft baits, and during the night I was fishing most of the time with some hard baits, especially some minnows. I have tried a bunch of different soft baits, not that many because I don't have that many different models, but I can say that I caught with this Savage Gear Cannibal Shad 10 centimeters. I also caught some fish with this Relax King Shad 8 centimeters long. I could name also this Relax Copito 10 centimeters. Also the 7.5 centimeters was quite good. I could name also another soft bait, L&K, I'm not very sure how to pronounce this, but it was called Power Kick. It was 9.5 centimeters, and yeah, I lost all of them, so I don't have nothing to show you. As I was saying, I don't have that many different models because I usually prefer to concentrate my attentions on fishing instead of changing different lures. I like to think the fact that if there's a fish, I can make him bite almost any kind of lure if you present this lure properly in front of him. About the hard baits, this here it's much more easier. During the day, sometimes I just made a few casts with this little fella. It's a lure that I'm doing. It's 7 centimeters long, and yeah, I had some activity, and during the night, except for some Rapala countdown, if I remember well, and shallow shad wrap in 9 centimeters that haven't caught me any fish, all of the fish were caught with this Molix Jubaru jointed that it's 9 centimeters long. This fish, this lure, it's quite destroyed as you can see, but it really caught plenty of Zanders. And also I was using this lure here, was with the orange back, but I lost that, and this one it's 11 centimeters. I'm making this lure, and yeah, it also brought me some good Zander this fall. I haven't fished plenty of different hard baits because I don't know why, I just consider that those two were just perfect for the conditions that I was dealing with. And as I said before, I like to concentrate all my attention to how I'm fishing a certain lure instead of changing constantly lures and lures and lures. As I said before, I was insisting in 4 different spots because I know them very well. I have a very strong opinion about the fishing spots, and I consider that it's very important to know your fishing spots very well. And to know your fishing spot very well, you have to fish that spot a lot in different conditions and for a long period of time. In this way you will really learn that fishing spot, and you will understand why certain fish are there and when it's most probably that you will find them there. It's important to know your fishing spot and not to go fishing certain spots because you saw a bunch of guys on YouTube fishing there. The setup that I was using, I won't speak about it because this video will be much too long. So perhaps I will try to make another video in the future about my fishing setups, why I'm using them and why I prefer them. So after 2.5 months of fishing almost exclusively for the Zander, I can't really draw any conclusions. For me it's just this somehow crazy fish that it's almost impossible to understand. So for me, that as I already said, I don't consider myself a Zander fisherman, the 3 most important things to keep in mind when going for the Zander are as follow. 1. To just know your fishing spot very well. And I already explained what I mean about knowing your fishing spot very well. The second most important thing, of course in my opinion, it's your time on the water and your ability to insist for a long period of time in a certain spot. Here again it's very important to know your spot because you will be able to insist in one spot knowing that the Zander will come there only when you will really know your fishing spot. And the third most important thing are the lures that you are using. Generally speaking, the Zander during the day it's most of the time very close to the bottom. So it's very important for you to use the proper lures that stays in that area So in this case, the best choice usually are the soft baits, or if you know your fishing spot very well, you can also use some lipless hard baits that are sinking, or even some deep divers. Also, during the night, it's well known that the zander will come closer to the shore to hunt for the prey fish that stay in the shallow water. So in that case, it's better to use some shallow lures, some minnows, some crankbaits that stays very close to the surface, and not some soft baits, some deep runners, or even some I don't know, some sinking minnows that will sink too much for those shallow water. Anyhow, as I was saying, all these opinions are from a fisherman that doesn't consider himself a zander fisherman. You are welcome to leave your comments down below and let me know what you think about the zander fishing, also during the day, also during the night. Well, hope that this was helpful and answered to some questions that I received. If you have any other questions, please just drop me a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer them. I just want to remind all of you how important it's to release these zanders, especially the big ones. So please take this in consideration. Anyhow, hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks guys for watching and see you in the next one. So bye bye.